thank you for the opportunity with that question on Islamophobia, because I am ashamed that we have the British National Party in the United Kingdom, where the fascists are sadly alive and well, and in particular that we had an elected person from that party to the European Parliament. We must do everything in our power to make sure that fascism and racism is eradicated from our country, and indeed learn to live together so well throughout the world, because, you know, all religions have the same basis to it, and it is about loving one another, respecting one another, treating people equally, treating people like you'd want your own family and yourself, whether that goes across the spectrum from Islam through to Sikhism, through Christianity, to Judaism, to Hindu, right across, even for people who actually would say they didn't have a religion, but they have a strong humanity about them. And it is about respecting one another. The Labour government has brought in laws, and when we pass our equality bill, we'll make it so impossible to discriminate in the workplace, to discriminate within our communities. The Labour government has 13 MPs from the backgrounds of Asian and black backgrounds, and we have over 53 candidates from the BME community standing in this election. I'm very proud of that. Our first Muslim MP, Mohammed Sawaf from Glasgow, is so famous and so well respected, and rightly so. To rise from being a bus driver to become a member of Parliament speaks volumes, not only for our country, but I think it speaks volumes for the Labour Party that gave him the opportunity to do that. I spent some time yesterday with the Secretary of State for Northern Ireland, and of course you would know that we had our problems in Northern Ireland and we had terrorists. And of course then the Catholic community and the Irish community were blamed and labelled. Of course untrue, totally untrue, that the Catholic and the Irish community are terrorists, no more than our Islam community that we respect and love so well in this country are terrorists. It is sadly those small minority of people that let us down and get led away. To stop that, we have to provide education and opportunities within all countries, so that the people that want to get our young people and to brainwash our young people into these evil ways don't have that opportunity. Let's give every child a teacher. Let's give every child the opportunity to have the freedom to kick a football around, to play cricket, to do all the things that they like to do, and to live together in that way. And I believe our Labour government has shown that example by making sure that people are represented in Parliament from every culture, and I'm very proud of that fact.
Now, Madam, do you agree that we hear that the so-called polls which are being presented on the media, the people of Britain do not look at them with a sense of finality? Don't you think that it is being said in many circles that the political position of Labour has improved immensely during the last few days? Well, do you agree with that?
I do agree. You know, what was interesting about the debates, the televised debates, which became a bit of a sort of fashion PR stunt at the end. The last debate, when a group of people just listened to the debate, didn't watch it, just heard it. Gordon Brown went right to the top, in their opinion, because of the substance. I worked with Gordon Brown when he was Chancellor for 7 years as his parliamentary private secretary. He would tell you he's not going to win a fashion contest, he's not going to do anything of that kind, but he's internationally recognised for his financial management, and that's why the people are seeing that. Maybe they've been playing with us for a while. Maybe the Murdoch has certainly been playing with us for a while and feels he has the power to continue to do so. I think the people are now seeing where the economy needs to have the strength behind it, and the man with that strength is Gordon Brown.
Madam Minister, what particular program do you have for the children of this country, for Muslim children, for children of ethnic communities, and I would like to invite your attention to the action taken in France against the hijab. And this country being the land of cultural diversity, and if it is celebrating, particularly it was the Labour which gave immense respect to the immigrants on fairness basis. What is your opinion regarding the cultural sensitivities and sensibilities of the ethnic minorities, including Muslims? What's your stand on that?
I again would say that everybody has to be respected and treated with equality. There are traditions and cultures that we have always recognised in this country, and I think that is right to do so. People should be able to wear what suits them best, what suits them best in their own home, in their own community, and what their values represent. It has become an area of discussion, but to me it's an area that we should show respect for at all times.
At the same time, this country being leading under the, we are not taking sides, but seeing very objectively at the moment as far as economics goes, with due deference to every other system. I think Prime Minister Gordon Brown has done a brilliant job. That is the opinion of millions of Asians and Muslims. And at the same time, Madam Health Minister, we would like to draw your attention, because we are deeply concerned about our soldiers, our British soldiers. I'm a British citizen and a very highly educated gentleman and a journalist. We are deeply, deeply concerned when a blind soldier, a British soldier, dies there. I feel that a funeral is coming from my house. So we are concerned on matters, issues of peace, because this country being a model country for the whole globe, in democracy and in tolerance, particularly its respect for cultural diversity. What is your stand? It may be a bit difficult question, but I'm not trying to embarrass you. After all, what are your plans for lasting peace in Afghanistan?
Lasting peace has to come from almost a new United Nations. We have to become global citizens. Very, very strongly believe that a global citizen is what we should be. Within Europe, we've had the opportunity to bring people together. The United Nations, after the Cold War ended, at the time President Gorbachev said that it needed refreshing. Well, we need to do, I think, much more than that. We now had a global economic crisis, and we have to bring the financial industries together globally to work on that solution. We have watched half of the world starve to death on our television screens while we've eaten our supper. We can't say that we don't know that the poverty exists. We can't say that we don't know about all of this. We must use our knowledge for good, and we must use our economic knowledge for good, because when people have work, when they have healthcare, when they have ambitions that they can achieve, you usually find that peace is in those countries and conflict doesn't exist. And that's why the programme led by Gordon Brown, Every Child Needs a Teacher, how we drop the debt from the poorest countries, was absolutely essential to do, so that money can be invested in its people. If we have a healthcare system where we have used the knowledge...
Excuse me for the interruption. We would like to know, our people would like to know, press would like to know, how much debt you have taken off from the poor countries, because you've been in the forefront in fighting global poverty and also child poverty in this country.
Yes.
We would like to have a brief comment in that respect also. Well, because poverty's increase means less health for people.